Hey, young world, we are back here once again on Crate Diggers. My name is Verbz, and I'm here with
Steez.
And today's record is very fitting for that first sentence I said to you. We got Hey, Young World from Slick Rick the Ruler.
Oh, yes.
12-inch single off 1988's The Great Adventures of Slick Rick.
Ricky D.
MC Ricky D. We're going to get into this one here. One of my all-time favorite artists. It's going to be a good day.
One of the goats. Let's go.
Crate Diggers.
All right, we pulled up the record here. Let's do a little record check.
Final check.
Boom. This is Hey Young World.
So sick.
I just picked this one up at my music mecca, my all-time favorite rap record store. That would be A1 Records in Manhattan. I was just out there last month. Every time I go there, I always go and pick up a few singles, dig through the crates. I always want like another 3 hours.
Of course.
But it's hard to justify 3 hours in New York. So
yeah.
This one was one that I saw on the new arrivals section here, and I had to grab it. And recently, actually, we were out in Montana together. Right. We're out in Missoula. Mm-hmm. We went to a record store called Record Heaven. Mm-hmm. And in there, I was digging through some crates, and I found a record from the Soul Searchers.
Right.
And the Soul Searchers, I look on the back of it, and it had Ashley's Roach Clip on it.
Right. Ashley's
Roach Clip would be the drum sample for this here record.
Mm-hmm.
It's
world famous.
One of those all-time classic drum samples used 300 times or something like that on Who Sampled.
You can hear it on Paid in Full just like directly.
Paid in Full is the classic from Rakim, but then you also have songs like You're Unbelievable and Girl, You Know It's True. Anyway, all of them are using the same drums, mm-hmm. and they come together on this one here as well. That's the Ashley's Roach Clip drums.
That's right.
But Slick Rick the Ruler actually produced this one himself, which is interesting. I didn't quite realize he was a producer in that capacity. You think of him often with Dougie Fresh.
Right.
A totally different vibe with Dougie Fresh.
Oh, for sure.
But yeah, when he comes to make this 1988 record, he's split from Dougie Fresh. This becomes like the quintessential storytelling record.
Yeah.
Or children's story obviously is that, but talking about Slick Rick the Ruler, the Great Adventures of Slick Rick, that album essentially sets up what storytelling in hip hop becomes. Mm-hmm. And again, it's one of these artists, much like Guru on our last episode, who has this like outside perspective. He's giving you his life lessons. And this is an era where you're getting these life lessons tracks. In fact, our very first episode is 1988 or 89, and that's
Don't Do Drugs.
Yeah, that's the Lakers Just Say No. Mm-hmm. So this is definitely a time where people are looking to music to give them some kind of like
morals
or information about the world. I guess if you're detaching from church or your family, or you're in this new era of changing world and gentrification and all the other things that are changing.
For sure,
you're looking for new teachers. So Slick Rick comes to you with the eye patch.
Yeah,
I didn't realize the eye patch. Did you know the eye patch is legit? Like,
yes, I did, because he wore it forever.
So apparently, when he was that's a good point, Mark.
Yeah.
Apparently, when he was a baby, he got some like broken glass in his eye, and so
I didn't know he
was blind in his eye there. So, shout out to the blind school. Both of our parents taught at the school for the blind our whole lives, so connected to that world. But yeah, again, the big fat dookie chain,
crazy.
The imagery of it was what I thought hip hop was.
Oh, for sure, like him and Rakim.
So I don't know. This one, even if it's not a world looking for these type of songs anymore, I still just have.
It was a crazy different messenger to hear this type of song.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Oh, and I just I have incredible love and respect for Slick Rick, MC Ricky D. So Steez, tell me about what your thoughts and feelings about Mr. Lottie Dottie are.
Oh, he was just like that was everything. If we were listening to old school hip hop, or let's say like the internet era of just like starting to download your tracks from like Napster and Kazaa and things like that.
Allegedly.
Some of the first songs that you were going to hear were definitely going to be by Slick Rick and Dougie Fresh and shit like that. Some of the stuff that they could do lyrically, the beatboxing, the presence, continuously saying they're the greatest alive, the best of all time, going for that type of notoriety in your first few albums, and like basically setting the standard for most of hip hop, and then hip hop therefore to come, and storytelling. There's almost not enough stuff you could say about Slick Rick. Honestly, it's just he's really what starts so much of me loving it as an art form, is him being so playful and fun and skilled, and me just not even understanding how somebody got that way. Like, how was he so clever? How is he so unique and influential? And he's got the chain, and he's got, the fit, and he was just the dopest dude I ever seen at the time. True. Yeah.
Well, he comes from this, freestyle era where artists are essentially doing like, spur of the moment.
Mm-hmm.
The thoughts are pulling him in one direction or another.
Yep.
Well, he's a storyteller, so he's sitting down and writing these things out and planning it. So he's adding a different element that hip hop didn't quite have at that moment. Like,
absolutely.
And he definitely influences all kinds of people. Obviously, like people like Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg does his own version of Lottie Dottie.
Most definitely.
So you have all of these people who end up they take lessons. They take the lesson from a man Slick Rick here. And the other thing is this one also has Mona Lisa on it.
Fantastic.
Mona Lisa is another great song. So I'm excited to play this one for us.
This beat on Hey Young World is so different.
It's so very chill, very smooth. It'll very much match with some of the X-Girl and Next Girl vibes.
I can't just like picture a song that has this kind of vibe though. You know what I mean? It's really its own thing.
And so this one is also coming off Def Jam recordings. I think Slick Rick's like the third artist ever signed to Def Jam. So he's early on in this like new champion of hip hop
in '88
jam. So, yeah. Let's play this one for the crowd and the people.
And let's get into it.
Let's hear what he's got to say. Let's learn some life lessons. And don't disrespect your mummy.
That's right.
All right. Ever. Don't you dare do that.
Don't disrespect your mummy.
It was just Mother's Day. How dare you respect me?
Yeah, it doesn't like match the actual.
Hey, young world.
There we go.
The world is yours. Hey, young world. The world is yours. Young world.
He made that?
He made this.
It may cause concern.
So he's doing this like back and forth between himself, right? He's like
that once was strong.
One voice telling you one thing and then agreeing or changing how you feel about his first statement. It's full. Don't you disrespect your mommy.
You can't be a dumb dummy.
But yeah, lots of silly ass words in this song too.
Again, such a great idea to put this like higher pitched voice of you, and you respond to it as if you're not the same person.
Right. I think he innovates in this because he would do like the lady's voice or the little kid's voice, or like brought those elements to make it a bigger story or it meant more.
Playful where everyone else is so serious.
It was theatrical.
Exactly.
He made a stage out of every song.
So listen, be strong, scream whoopee-doo.
Scream whoopee-doo. That's a bar.
It's just like I feel like you could just tell by this record. It's like this dude is really happy. This dude is able to convey his happiness and kind of share like life lessons through that.
Check himself out though. He's sampling his own self. So
that's
like somebody.
That piano like trailing off.
Hey, don't you look fly? Don't have it. Oh my, you've been fighting again and you forgot why.
I don't know these verses.
Kid, walk straight, master your
I remember that. Hey, kid, walk straight, master your high.
And all jokes aside, are you in good health? Hey, now have you really checked yourself? You're a disgust, you know,
It's
someone
so
that I
pleasant.
can trust you. Steal Mars welfare. And you'd run and buy some dust and plus, I must say, big shot you're not. Your friends are talking and I'm hearing that your girls are what? You didn't know? Go steal and raw.
Again, he's another artist who can play with his flow so much, and like his emphasis on the song or on the certain syllable, he can extend it out, or it's all this very playful stuff. But it's interesting that he's doing that with also like very much writing these things. Clearly, he's letting the beat pull him further than the lyric is gonna pull him.
Like we were talking about format, there's like this is kind of all over the place. Like the response is where it is, but it's not the same place every time. It's like, I don't know how he's technically doing that so well, you know?
Well, this was also during a lot more of a lawless time. Remember, what formats existed hadn't been.
88 is brand new.
Yeah, exactly. So
hip-hop is what you made.
yeah, like this is what defined the rules later.
Yeah, exactly.
So this was him just doing. He was like, "Hey, this is a vibe. I'm going to do this."
Righteous laws are overdue, and this is a message that the ruler Rick threw, and it's true.
And it's true.
He's doing good morals and like good choppers. We like the party.
True. Mixed messaging, always. Well, and also he's probably throwing some maybe like, I don't know, for 2025, some of these morals you'd be like, all right, we pressing on this, but I think in 88 he's probably in the right spirit.
It's just so extended to this song.
Yeah, we got 3 full verses and the hooks and this like outro piece here.
He's like having fun with his like sampler.
Yeah, there's that fresh. He's got the fresh in there. I learned what that fresh is today, guys. Do you know where the fresh comes from?
Like a funk band?
No, it's from a keyboard.
So there's a song that comes. So essentially, Fab Five Freddy teams up with a French woman, who goes by, well, for this one 5-track album, I think is what it's called, or excuse me, what it is. But she goes by Beside, and at the very, very end of the song, it gets the fresh and the sound, like both of the sounds that you know from every scratch thing you've ever heard. Same song. It's called Change the Beat. Anyway, interesting little tidbit there. But he's using again those are the most classic scratch samples in hip hop history. That one's just a feel good track. I don't know if the bopability for the kids for them children's is out there. I don't know how high it is for them. I don't know if they want to be taught lessons anymore. They want,
or like we said, throw this into mixes. Does this mix in with even like an old school playlist so well? Like I said to begin with, it's like it's kind of its own thing. It doesn't fit into like a early 90s, late 80s boom bap playlist because it's just like there's not much punch in any of those drums at all.
No, it's not driving at all.
The melody holds it.
Yeah.
And the bass is kind of like bouncy, but it's not.
And the little tinkly piano keys.
Yeah. It's not a dance, and it's not an introspective, and it's not a street.
Well, and it's different.
Like kind of kids rap song that hits well, like packaged well for adults, I guess.
So in comparison, you'd naturally compare it to probably Children's Story, and Children's Story has this little bit more of a drive to a little bit a higher tempo,
serious kind of grown,
and it's a little more that, and it's just a little more stressed throughout the time. This is definitely like, what else can I think of? Oh yeah, and also eat your carrots, and those are the type of bars that you're kind of expecting. If he told me to eat my carrots on the song, I'd be like, yeah, of course he did.
And it's the packaging, like I said to begin with, the guy with the eye patch and the chain and everything like that, being all slick and like.
On that English accent does something too that we don't even think about for like American brains. We're just like,
it lets you get away with a lot of words.
Yeah,
it sounds different than any of our rappers. Like in any genre of rap, we just didn't have that to package and sell early on.
And
like Central C.
Well, then Nicki Minaj decided she was gonna do the English accent.
British.
Yeah, everyone's British.
Madonna.
Madonna's British.
Get British.
Get it, catch it.
You can do it sometimes.
It's a disease. So we have a B-side on this one here. This one is called Mona Lisa. This one is another like, storytelling classic. Right? Yeah. Again, this album is just jam-packed with great stories.
Like a slice of pizza with Mona Lisa, maybe?
And maybe he gets her a slice of pizza.
Oh my God.
We'll never know. Or maybe we will. Crate Diggers, we're back. B-side on this one. Slick Rick, Mona Lisa, The Great Adventures of Slick Rick, 1988. We are going to get into it now.
Let's go. Yeah, what's the beat gonna sound like, right?
And lowlifes.
And low
It is
life.
with outstanding pleasure.
God, I love
that we are here
old
to present
intros.
tonight.
He's hilarious too. As a person, he's hilarious.
Very
Ricky
funny.
D doing the smash hit Mona Lisa.
Lisa.
You know, like the picture. Anyway, I'd like to take this time out to bow.
I saw the
before
Mona
His
Lisa a couple
Divine
years ago.
Majesty.
Everybody gets upset that it's so small. It's fine. Decent size. Whatever. It's a decent size, guys.
It's good for what it is.
You have to carry that shit around with him.
Oh, this song. What? This is one of the greats.
The drums.
This is one of the great songs.
See, it wouldn't be Crate Diggers if we didn't imitate the beat.
Everything you want in a hip hop song, though. Sick ass intro, sick ass beat. Now the pass back and forth with himself.
I went into a store to buy a slice of pizza and bumped into a girl. Her name was Mona. What? Mona Lisa. Mona Lisa. So many. You know what I'm saying? So I said, excuse me there. My gosh,
You look nice.
Put away your money. I'll buy that slice. She said, thanks. I'd rather a slice of you. I'm just kidding, but that's
Awfully nice of you.
the
Yeah,
compliment
this is a
that she had
banger.
reminded her. And when I smiled, I almost blinded her. She
Those
said,
gold
"Hey,
teeth,
Scott,
man.
Are you a thief? Seems like you have a mouth full of gold teeth. Ha ha ha.
Had to find that funny.
So I said, no child, I work hard for the money. And calling me a thief, please.
Don't even try it.
I said, I need your slice of pizza and be quiet. She almost got
Already.
that short, you know, scissors. She tried to
Already.
disrespect who?
The Grand Wizard.
Me? What's your name, son? MC Ricky D, but not to be so harsh. I said,
Come on, Ali.
Oh, I'm sorry, and I know that's low class. Please sit.
This still just sounds so clean. All the layers. No fuzz.
Got crazy knowledge.
I wear more gold than that man.
And I think-
Trim, slim, and I'm also light skin. Best believe Mona's a
Virgin.
A virgin. Honey needed a slap. She tried to tell me she's a virgin with a yay white gap. I said, it don't matter. See, I'm not picky. Let me spell my name out for you. It's
Ricky.
Aw,
He's
rabbit
so
shit.
funny.
Impressed.
Courageous.
Okay, let's.
For the Kangos which I've got that I wear every day. And why
not?
Suffice not right that I recite
Man.
quite polite like Walter Cronkite. Well, just about then, Trevor, my friend, came in. He said, hey, Rick, don't you know playing with these snakes is a sin? He grabbed me by my shirt and pulled me right out the store. He said, I don't want to see you playing with these lowlights no more. Now come along, we have a party to attend with some real mature women. And
I'm just so locked in. He's so goddamn entertaining. You can't escape his verse to talk about it. It's so fucking compelling.
Sing this song. You see me walking down the street.
Now this just
That's a cry. See, tapping into Walk On By, clever. Because, Walk On By, again, one of the great samples of all time.
Yep.
One of the great songs of all time.
That's all that I have left, so let me hide the pain and the hurt
that
you gave me
when you say goodbye.
This is definitely hip hop as shit to just like throw in something you like a lot at the end of the song. It doesn't necessarily fit,
And it's like
but it's exactly what you wanted.
real strings over a perfect drum loop.
Yeah, I like it. I like
Did all.
to an era where they're like, I like this sample, I like this melody, I like this song. It's in my song now. You don't necessarily have to buy every part of that song to clear it and then play it, and then it's now usable yet by you. They just threw it in as a loop. So good.
All right.
And again, always the old school hip hop songs got to go on 2 minutes 30 seconds more than they should.
Yeah, like, here, let's do a 45-second outro and just like bop around. Let's throw in another sample. Let's clear another sample on our way out.
Like, they're just having fun with samplers a lot of the time. A lot of the time, it's like This
Beatles
isn't a
or
format.
Prince or a Radiohead song thrown at the end of this.
Did anybody walk in as like a record head and was like, this can't be anything longer than 3 minutes? It's like, no, this is whatever we figured out the format of this was to save it down.
I mean, we talked about it, coming, disco transitioning and becoming what is hip hop, or essentially this happens, and you have these long songs that were like meant to keep you on the dance floor with toot up your nose. So, like they definitely are coming down off that, but yeah, the songs are still an extended length.
That style.
Man, it's been beautiful tapping back in with this one. What do you think? Bopability rating for Mona Lisa versus
Mona Lisa high, Hey Young World probably low, mid.
Yeah,
it's to me, it's still just like, again, it's so goddamn impressive with that song. Hey Young World, just like I'm trying to picture myself or with an MC, and I'm like, all right, let's record a whole song. All right, now that we're done recording a whole song, you got to do the response to that whole song.
Yeah,
and now you got to do it in time, and the delay's got to hit right, and the messaging's got to work, and like the way that he laid that out, it almost felt like a freestyle. And it just like the continuous call and response, man, that's such high skill. I know there's been a lot of talk online about skill level for rap lately. There was such a easy display from 88 all the way to the early 90s. These guys were rapping on the street, rapping on mics, practicing, all that. Now there's a little bit more nuance to it. There's a little bit different thing going on in hip hop where you could write a verse and that's it. You just, you hit and you made it right there. But the skill of it, like we saw with the Joey Badass freestyle that just dropped, the skill level is evident from the beginning with these people like this. And that's why he doesn't escape the greatest of all time conversation. He's one of the GOATs.
I mean, I think influentially he's tapping in with so many people because people love stories, like it's something that we're always going to be drawn to, and people who do it well, we're always going to be drawn to that as well. So,
right.
And then the impeccable style, he is hip hop. He is the embodiment of what you think of hip hop. The Kangol,
like a real MC, like a
chain, the gold teeth, the just the swagger about him. We got to see him one time. This is one of our all-time favorite artists, but I never got to perform with him. So maybe someday, MC Ricky D. I'm just excited to play Slick Rick and put it to a new audience.
Yeah.
I'm saying, hey, young world, because, we want to be passing lessons in life that we learn from all these artists onto you guys. So
same thing.
Thank you all for being here with us. And thank you guys to our new producer and our friend Jimmy. Shout out Jimmy's Jambox. One of the best podcasts that you could watch that has all of the best artists from the Pacific Northwest, Portland, Vancouver, and beyond. We have, we're just really grateful to be in this space and recording with you, and check out that. And if you like his, and if you somehow stumbled upon ours and you don't have us liked and subscribed, go ahead and do that.
Smash it.
A comment and tell us who your favorite old school artist is. Tell us your favorite
Rick song, man.
Yeah, Slick Rick song. Give us a shout out.
Will Smith. It could be.
It could be. Oh shit, that is a banger.
Is a banger.
Or is it with Outkast? I don't know. The art of storytelling. We got all kinds of good eras of Slick Rick. Post jail, before jail, after jail, maybe being deported or maybe not, maybe staying in the country. So like you have different vibes off my man Slick Rick, one of the greatest. Thank y'all for being here with us. We'll be back here next time. And our next record.
Yep. Show them. Tell them.
Next one, we've been talking about skill. Well, there's kind of no better skilled MC in the game than Black Thought. The next record, it is going to be Stay Cool from the Roots.
Come on, Roots crew.
We got Questlove in this. We got Black Thought. We got, some horns. We got some skills. It's going to be a beautiful time. So thank you all for joining us on this one. We'll be back next time. Let's go.
Peace.
Great Diggers.